Welcome back to another episode of Odyssey News. I am Mike Odyssey, and today we have three amazing topics. Number one, Tokyo Game Fest, game show, game something. It's happening. It's another event. Yes, another one is coming soon this month. We are in September. Two, a major game announced for the Nintendo Switch, or more like leaked. And number three, more details for this upcoming Nintendo Direct.
Wake me up when September ends.
In this case, we are in September, and I don't want it to end. It's just beginning. Let me know if you have a birthday in September. Drop it down below. And let's get into the September news. All right, so story number one is Tokyo Game Show. Yes, we have another event where they will be announcing even more games coming out pretty soon, even for the Nintendo Switch and for other consoles as well. And this one is called Tokyo Game Show. And it says here, it is not long until this year's Tokyo Game Show kicks off in Chiba, Japan, as the event begins on September 15 and ends on September 18. One of many companies which were announced were Sega. Okay, so basically Sega, of course, we gotta get more information on Sonic Frontiers before the launch in November, and then also Virtual Fighter 5. That's another game that's gonna be in kind of headlining the Tokyo Game Show in Chiba, Japan on the 15th of September. And I guess that's basically kind of it. We're gonna hear more about Tokyo Game Show later on as we get closer to the event and what other companies are joining the event. I know Nintendo not going to the event, but they're going to be present, but not really, but not really. But let's move on to the next piece of news. A major game is making its way to the Nintendo Switch. This one wasn't expected because it was announced last year for the PS5, for the Xbox Series X, and the game looks incredible, but now it's making its way to the Nintendo Switch. And guess what? This is unexpected, but very welcome. And what game is it? It is, the game in question is Biomutant. I think it's how you say it, Biomutant. Biomutant is an amazing, beautiful game with this character that looks like Rocket. A plague is ruining the land, and the tree of life is bleeding death from his roots. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them or bring them all down. Apparently, Biomutant is coming to the Nintendo Switch. So here we have the leak from this store called Gaming Replay, or Gaming Reply or something. They listed Biomutant for the Switch. I am pretty sure that this game is going to be announced in the next Nintendo Direct, and they just went ahead and leaked it ahead of time. We have a date. We have a release date right here, October 25 of 2022, which is basically next month. I can't believe I can say that. Next month. So yeah, next month on the 25th, Biomutant is coming to the Nintendo Switch, which is amazing. Okay, that's it. Let's go move on to the last and most amazing piece of news ever. So, more news on the Nintendo Direct. And according to Jeff Grubb, yeah, if you guys didn't know, Jeff Grubb is like an insider person who talks about Nintendo, who knows people that know people that know people that know people who tell them stuff about what's coming in the next Nintendo Direct or games and stuff. So this is what he had to say about it, and then I'll give you what I think. All right. So, according to the Game Beat manager, editor Mike Matoney, and Giant Bomb reporter Jeff Grubb from the Grub app, who were speaking on their podcast last week. To be clear, guys, the one thing that we are very, very, very sure is being announced at the Direct are the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess ports. Minotti said, yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of Zelda stuff at that thing, Grubb said. I think this is like a Zelda blowout for Nintendo. 100% there is a Nintendo Direct in September. It's that simple. There is something entirely about whether will be a general Direct, mini, or a partner showcase. We're having a Zelda blowout. That means that we're getting the Zelda ports like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. For those of you who have never played that game, you're on a Switch, you want to play it, you'll have the chance to play those games. Not only that, but if it's a Zelda blowout, how about if we get a Zelda remake, right? There's so many games that you guys out there would love to see remade. At least a la Link's Awakening, right? That game was awesome. How about Ocarina of Time? Huh? How about Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages? Haha. How about Four Swords? How about all those games that could be remade into the Nintendo Switch if we're having a Zelda blowout according to these people? You know, Jeff Grubb and Mike Minottini, you know? So what do you guys think about this? Now, I have another little clip clip here that I want to show you because there's another game that could be announced in this direct. It is Metroid Prime, either 1 remake or Rum HD or something. Metroid Prime, the very first game. Did you know that in November 20th, I think it's November 20th or November 18th, one of those days, we have the 20th anniversary of Metroid Prime, okay? So if Nintendo were to announce Metroid Prime, we would have a release date in November 18th or November 20th, which is the 20th anniversary of Metroid Prime. So expect it, Nintendo Direct, 20th anniversary of Metroid Prime. We're gonna get Zelda. Those ports, we might get a remake. We might get a Breath of the Wild trailer, the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer with a name drop. Can you imagine that? The internet would break. The internet would actually break. All right, guys, that is it for this awesome adventure of Odyssey news. I got 2 more things to tell you. 1, never give up, and 2, join the journey. Peace.